मैं और मेरी सहयोगी मरियम हैं इस वक्त दिल्ली के होली फैमिली अस्पताल में, जो दिल्ली के दूसरे अस्पतालों की ही तरह मरीजों से भरा हुआ है। सबसे ज्यादा दबाव कोविड आईसीयू पर है। हम आपको कोविड आईसीयू के भीतर ले चलते हैं, वहां मिनट दर मिनट जिंदगी के लिए चल रही जद्दोजहद को दिखाने के लिए, जिसे हर डॉक्टर महसूस कर रहा है और हर नर्स।
यहाँ हम आपको ये दिखाएंगे कि ये दूसरी लहर नौजवानों के लिए इतनी खतरनाक क्यों है। आईसीयू भरे हुए हैं और डॉक्टर और नर्स लगातार काम में लगे हुए हैं, न सिर्फ आम मरीजों को बचाने में बल्कि अपने परिवार के सदस्यों को भी। हमेशा की तरह हम पूरी सावधानी बरत रहे हैं कि हम भी सुरक्षित रहें और मरीज भी। हम मरीजों की निजता का सम्मान करते हैं और उनकी पहचान उजागर नहीं कर रहे हैं।
मरियम और मैं होली फैमिली अस्पताल के आईसीयू में अंदर जा रहे हैं, इस संकट के काल में जो चल रहा है उसके बारे में हकीकत आपको बताने के लिए। आइए चलते हैं।
पोटेशियम कितना है एबीजी में देखना।
इनका 8 लाइन नहीं डाला ना, 8 लाइन डालना है, ठीक है। निशान स्टार्ट कर लो।
मीन बीपी टारगेट करना है 70 to 80, ठीक है। वी ब्रिंग डाउन द वेजो अ लिटिल बिट। एफकॉलिन 100 QID चल रहा है ना।
अभी इसका एक्सरे करने आएगा, उसके बाद
हमें बताइए यहाँ चीजें किस प्रकार चल रही हैं, किस तरह के दबाव हैं आपके ऊपर। क्या आईसीयू भरे पड़े हैं?
आईसीयू भरे हुए हैं। अगर आप देखें तो मरीजों को आमतौर पर इस हालत में नहीं रखा जाता है। ये बेड अलग से लगाया गया है। हर जगह इसी तरह से एक्स्ट्रा बेड है, क्षमता से ज्यादा। हमने 40 बेड के साथ आईसीयू की शुरुआत की। 48 तक पहुंचने की क्षमता के साथ हमने 8 और बेड लगाए, जो हमने सीसीयू से लिए थे, तो 56 बेड हो गए। 50 वेंटिलेटर के साथ थे, लेकिन स्टाफ को बढ़ाना संभव नहीं था। नर्स लाना मुश्किल था। हमारे कॉलेज से कुछ नर्स और नर्सिंग इंटर्न, लेकिन आमतौर पर 3 मरीजों और 2 नर्स का औसत होता है। लेकिन इस वक्त 1 नर्स और 3 मरीज या 2 नर्स और 7 मरीजों का औसत है, क्योंकि नर्स भी बीमार पड़ रही हैं। क्षमता से ज्यादा काम की वजह से वो थकी हुई हैं। हर कोई अपनी क्षमता से ज्यादा काम कर रहा है।
नर्सिंग which is usually in the ICU, we have 2 nurses for 3 patients. It's down to 1 nurse for 3 patients, sometimes 2 nurses for 7 patients, some shifts, because the nurses are also falling sick. They are tired, they are exhausted, they are working beyond what they usually do. The residents, everybody is working beyond.
तो आप कह रहे हैं कि मरीज बढ़ गए हैं, स्टाफ उतना ही है?
कुछ हद तक आईसीयू के लिए हमने अपनी क्षमता काफी बढ़ाई। स्टाफ लगभग उतना ही रहा, लेकिन 65% ज्यादा क्षमता बढ़ाई। बीमारी की गंभीरता भी ज्यादा हो गई।
So it's, and also the severity of illness is much higher in terms of
कोविड की इस दूसरी लहर में
सिर्फ इसी लहर में नहीं, सिस्टम पर बहुत ज्यादा बोझ आ गया। जिनको आईसीयू में होना चाहिए था, वो मरीज भी वार्ड में थे। जो वाकई बहुत गंभीर हों, उनको सीसीयू में होना चाहिए। बाकी का इलाज वार्ड में हो सकता है। हर मरीज वाकई गंभीर तौर पर बीमार है। संख्या काफी ज्यादा है। हमने अस्पताल के बेड 40% तक बढ़ा दिए हैं। पहले हमारे पास वयस्कों के लिए 275 बेड थे, जो अब 385 से 390 के बीच है। मरीज गलियारों में भी हैं और दूसरे इलाकों में भी।
has overwhelmed the system. We have stretched our hospital beds by 40% overall, because we had 275 adult beds, rest were neonatal and pediatric beds. Now we are between 385 to 390 patients. We have patients in corridors, cordoned off areas.
यहाँ पर ऑक्सीजन की कमी कुछ दूर हुई।
पिछले 4-5 दिनों में कुछ बेहतर हुई है, लेकिन 23 अप्रैल के बाद तकरीबन 1 हफ्ते तक हालत बहुत खराब रही। हर दिन, हर घंटे और कई बार हर मिनट पर ऐसा लगा कि बस ऑक्सीजन खत्म होने को है। वो वाकई बहुत बुरा दौर था। उस दौरान बेहतर तरीके से निपट लिया गया।
Difficult phase that has been organized better.
लेकिन एक वक्त ऐसा भी आया था
एक और बतरा किसी भी वक्त बन सकता था, ना सिर्फ हमारा अस्पताल बल्कि दूसरे भी।
Most hospitals.
You could have had another Batra, which means you could have had where patients, a substantial number of patients died.
Yes, because could have. It never happened.
Yeah.
But
लेकिन ऐसा टल गया। रात में ऐन वक्त पर ऑक्सीजन का इंतजाम किया गया। दिल्ली सरकार, स्थानीय अफसर, नोडल अफसर वगैरह अपनी ओर से पूरी कोशिश कर रहे थे। ऑक्सीजन का इंतजाम किया गया, लेकिन हर जगह संकट था, इसलिए टैंकर कम ऑक्सीजन के साथ ही पहुंच पा रहे थे।
But every hospital was so much on the edge that they were sending these tankers for minimum amounts of liquid medical oxygen.
And just reaching at the last.
Yes.
Were there moments when you had to, I don't know, ration oxygen?
So ration in the
or
sense.
lower pressure?
जब हमारे पास ऑक्सीजन की कमी थी, हम सब सिलेंडरों और एम्बियो बैग्स के साथ तैयार थे, ताकि अगर ऑक्सीजन खत्म हो जाए तो हम कुछ मिनट तक काम चला सके।
That we could use the cylinders in place of the, for a few minutes at least to, hoping that the oxygen would arrive. Yes, so this was happening at certain point of time.
इसका रिपीट ईटी कल्चर फिर से भेजो जरा, एक्सरे दिखाना, एबीजी बताना प्लीज।
हमारा ध्यान जिंदगी के लिए लड़ रहे उन लोगों पर गया जो नौजवान थे।
प्लान टू वीन टोसी प्लान हटा दो ना, बहुत दिन के पहले है ना, हर रोज लिख। ऑक्सीजनेशन इज गुड। फेंटेनिल नहीं हुआ क्या हुआ?
ये महिला 29 साल की है। जब आईसीयू में थी तब उन्होंने एक बच्चे को जन्म दिया।
कैसी है बेटा? ठीक है। अच्छा ये चबाओ नहीं बेटा, चबाओ नहीं। हाँ, इसको निकालेंगे। हाँ, आराम से गहरा सांस लो, निकालेंगे अभी, ठीक है? हाँ, इनको जरा सिस्टर तो जरा प्रॉप अप करना होगा, जस्ट मेक हर सिट अप, ठीक है? ओके।
वो गर्भवती थी। यहाँ उन्होंने बच्चे को जन्म दिया। हमारे यहाँ पर 6 गर्भवती महिलाएं थीं। ये उनमें से एक है। 6 में से 2 जा चुकी हैं।
How old is she now?
She is 32, I think. She's 29. So we had 6 pregnant patients, and out of them 2 have been, we have moved them out of the ICU and they are better. So she.
हम इनको आज वेंटिलेटर से हटा सकते हैं। उनका सी सेक्शन हो गया है और ऑपरेशन थिएटर से बाहर आ चुकी हैं। यहाँ 2 और गर्भवती महिलाएं हैं।
Delivered cesarean was done in the OT and then she was brought back again. So she has improved. So yeah, so most of them we have been able, but there are two patients still now who are serious, remain serious.
Pregnant women
Yes,
who are
yes,
still
yes.
here.
ये जब गर्भवती थी तब उनको इन्फेक्शन हुआ
हो सकता है।
Lots of patients like that.
And
और इनका बच्चा
वो छोटा बच्चा है। वो नवजात केयर यूनिट में है।
Because it was early, but we had to deliver. So the baby is in the neonatal care unit.
ये नर्स उनका ध्यान रख रही है।
Consoling her and telling her because
मुंह में ट्यूब की वजह से बोलना असंभव है, तो झुंझलाहट हो रही है।
agitated and anxious. So we keep telling them that you'll be able.
New mother usually they want to see their child as soon as possible. Has
Yes,
she been
yes.
able to meet her baby yet?
We can't get her. And the baby is in the neonatal ICU. We can't.
there's no question of meeting the baby right now.
No, absolutely. This,
Very
but
challenging.
the
नहीं, बच्चा NICU में है। फोकस माँ पर है। अगर हम बच्चे को भी बचा पाए तो बहुत बढ़िया। प्राथमिकता हमेशा माँ होती है।
yes, if we can save the baby along, it's fantastic. But the focus is always the mother. Prioritization is always the mother.
वो बहुत नाराज हैं और अपने बच्चे के बारे में पूछ रही हैं।
हाँ ठीक है, बच्चा ठीक है, वो आ नहीं सकता यहाँ पर, नहीं आईसीयू में दूसरे पेशेंट्स के सामने नहीं आ सकता, आपको मिलवाने ले जाएंगे, आप पहले इससे हट जाइए उसके बाद, ठीक है? हाँ अभी नहीं कर पाएंगे ना बेटा।
वो कब माँ बनी?
बच्चे का जन्म 3-4 दिन पहले हुआ।
But she has been on the ventilator how many days now? You know, when we are not in this kind of, I remember every patient when they went on the ventilator, when they are every detail.
इससे पहले मुझे हर बात याद थी जब वो वेंटिलेटर पे गए, लेकिन अब याद रखना मुश्किल है।
ये अच्छी खबर है कि वो बेहतर हैं।
Yes.
जब वो वेंटिलेटर से हटेंगी तो क्या वो अपने बच्चों से मिल सकेंगी?
फौरन तो नहीं, अगले 48 घंटे बहुत ही अहम है। उनको वापस वेंटिलेटर पर भी जाना पड़ सकता है। कम ऑक्सीजन के साथ जब वो ठीक ठाक लगेंगी तब हम आगे की योजना बनाएंगे। आमतौर पर आसान ये होता है कि बच्चे को आईसीयू में माँ से मिलवा दिया जाए। माँ को बच्चे के पास भेजना आसान काम नहीं है। ये अगले 2-3 दिन संभव नहीं है। वेंटिलेटर से हटाने के बाद भी
To move her to see the baby will be a little difficult. We'll see. It's not going to happen in the next 2-3 days. Even if we get her off the ventilator, it'll take a little time. Yeah, I know she's. There you are, Fenta. She's 12th day on the ventilator. Central line? CBC, CRP, D-dimer, Procal.
हर तरफ हर बेड पर बहुत सारे नौजवान लोग हैं।
और ये क्या क्या चल रहा है?
And about that,
ये 43 साल की महिला है।
43-year-old lady.
6-7 दिन पहले ये ट्यूब लगाया गया।
6-7 days back.
वैसे वो ठीक है,
And she is on very high support on the ventilator.
लेकिन उनको वेंटिलेटर पर रखने की जरूरत बढ़ रही है।
43?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
Again,
yes,
yeah.
yes. And she's otherwise blood pressure, all those measures are stable, but her requirement on the ventilator is very high. The lung damage is even more severe than his probably.
We're talking about a secondary infection as well.
Yes.
So does that mean that with COVID you're getting other infections?
आसार हो सकते हैं। फेफड़ों में कई गंभीर संक्रमण की वजह से दूसरे बैक्टीरियल और फंगल संक्रमण की आशंका बढ़ जाती है।
To secondary bacterial and fungal infections. Along with that, in COVID, in the later phase, we have to use steroids in the severe illnesses to suppress the immune response, which is what we call a dysregulated immune response, or cytokine storm as it's popularly known. So for that we need immunosuppression, but that makes them prone to secondary bacterial and fungal infections. Sedation क्या चल रहा है? ये एडिमा प्रोन किया था क्या इसको? प्रोन किया था क्या? इनको आई ड्रॉप्स डाल रहे हैं? एक बार एक्सरे दिखाना इनका। टाइडल वॉल्यूम कितना सेट है भाई? अच्छा, प्रेशर कंट्रोल पे। इनको ना एक ट्रायल ऑफ एक्सट्यूबेशन दे देते हैं। सो वी डोंट नीड टू प्रोन हिम टुडे। 42-year-old gentleman.
वो 42 साल के हैं। जब आए तो गंभीर तौर पर बीमार थे।
On the ward on 5th. Within a day he deteriorated, came to the ICU, got admitted on this, got onto the ventilator on the 6th. So now he's on the ventilator. He seems to be responding now. He was on very high support, steadily improving.
वो ठीक है, उनको समझने की जरूरत है। हम उनको समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं।
Do that. He was also prone, but we have turned him around now, and she's okay. She just we have to take her off the ventilator, but she's just. We have to calm her down. She's not getting calm. So we'll have to calm her down. We have given so many medications to calm her down. Unfortunately, she's getting very restless.
But so many young people. I mean, since we walked in here,
Yeah.
we've just seen
30s,
young
40s,
person, young
50s,
person.
30s, 40s, 50s.
So worrying.
When one crosses.
जब कोई 50 पार करता है तो आसपास हर कोई नौजवान
I see
दिखता
that
है।
myself another time crossing.
Looking good. ये वाला स्पेशल ऑक्सीजन मशीन है ना, ये जब हट जाएगा तब कर दो। अभी लगेगा 2-3 दिन लगेगा। हाँ ठीक है, हो जाएगा। इनका APTT कितना है? डिफरेंट OD करना है अब इसको। सो टुडे गिव 8 मिलीग्राम। इन्फ्लेमेटरी देखना। सो ही इज अ 35-year-old जेंटलमैन।
35 साल के थे, हमारे साथ 3 हफ्ते से थे।
3 weeks. He's on high, what is called high flow nasal cannula oxygen.
हाई फ्लो नेजल ऑक्सीजन ठीक था उनका, कभी वेंटिलेटर पे नहीं रहे।
No, he was never on ventilator, but he has been a prolonged stay.
लेकिन यहाँ काफी दिनों से थे, 3 हफ्ते से थे।
3 weeks.
3 weeks in
3
the
weeks,
ICU.
yes.
So he
Almost
got
3
hit
weeks. Yeah,
hard by-
hit hard. And he is a very, very courageous man.
वो बहुत ज्यादा बहादुर हैं। उन्हें टोक्लिजुमैब दी गई, बेहतर होने लगे हैं।
Happens many a times. And he got an immunosuppressant that we used, that tocilizumab. So he's starting to improve now. and his oxygen requirements have started to come down. Still on.
ऑक्सीजन की जरूरत भी कम हो रही है। वो बहुत पॉजिटिव है।
Been a positive guy. You can see he's looking straight and he's at us and he's. But all these drugs that we keep hearing about, whether it's remdesivir, tocilizumab, how is
क्या रेमडेसिविर, टोसिलिजुमैब जैसी दवाएं असरदार होती हैं?
it from the front line?
So remdesivir is not a life-saving drug.
रेमडेसिविर जीवन रक्षक दवा नहीं है।
Remdesivir use is only for the subset of patients who are on minimal amounts of oxygen. In them,
जो लोग बहुत कम ऑक्सीजन पर हैं, उनकी अस्पताल में अवधि को घटाती
for
है।
that, for reducing length of stay.
इससे किसी के जान बच जाए, इस बात का सबूत नहीं है।
High oxygen, it does not reduce mortality. Okay? It does not improve survival. Tocilizumab, the immunosuppressant, itolizumab, all these are only in a very small subset of patients.
टोक्लीजुमैब ये चुनिंदा मरीजों के लिए होती है, उन्हें चुनना पड़ता है। बहुत ज्यादा इम्यूनोसप्रेसेंट्स हैं, इससे दूसरे संक्रमण हो सकते हैं। बहुत कम लोगों को इससे फायदा होता है। जो भी गंभीर रूप से बीमार है, उन्हें ये नहीं दिया जा सकता।
Evidence shows that there is survival benefit in a small subset of patients. Your selection of patients is important. Everybody who is critically ill does not require. So that's the.
ये एक गलती है। लोग समझते हैं कि मरीज को कोई भी दवा दी जा सकती है, बिल्कुल नहीं।
Timing, specifications of the patient's condition.
समय, लक्षण और मरीज की हालत देखकर इसे देते हैं।
At what point of time and
Also
that
how much you give?
how much you give at what time.
जैसे जैसे दिन गुजरता है वैसे वैसे दबाव बढ़ता है। डॉक्टर और नर्सों को दम लेने की फुर्सत नहीं होती। ये देखिए यहाँ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, बस यहीं पर 8 बेड्स हैं।
आमतौर से 6 बेड होते हैं।
6 beds, yes.
So it's been
You've added 4 more
two more
beds.
beds.
2 more beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 6 के जगह पे we
The
have
whole area would be
6 beds. So
6 and now it's got
yeah. So you can see how tight it is.
मशीनों को लाना ले जाना भी मुश्किल हो जाता है।
Becoming a cramped
Yeah,
space.
I can't reach that ventilator. And you see what's happened.
मैं उस वेंटिलेटर तक नहीं पहुंच सकता। अमूमन 6 बेड्स होते हैं, जिनमें से औसतन 3 वेंटिलेटर पर होते हैं। यहाँ लगभग सभी वेंटिलेटर पर हैं। इससे जगह भी कम पड़ती है। इतने गंभीर मरीज एक साथ कभी नहीं
So
आते।
all this is taking. So we never get such high severity of illness for so many patients at one go.
दोपहर तक साफ दिखने लगता है कि जगह और वक्त के लिए कितना दबाव है। 41 साल का ये शख्स होली फैमिली के जनरल वार्ड में दाखिल किया गया था और अब इसकी हालत नाजुक है और इसे कोविड आईसीयू में ले जाया जा रहा है।
क्या नए मरीज के लिए नया बेड लगाया जा रहा है?
Because you're already at capacity.
Yes,
So there's another patient that's just come in.
yes.
पिछले 2 हफ्तों से हम अपनी पूरी क्षमता पर काम कर रहे हैं। अब हर भर्ती ट्रॉलीज पर होती है और ज्यादा जगह बना ली गई।
That's how you're going to make more space.
We have already made space. There are 5 trolleys already in the ICU right now. The same scenario is in the other ICU also.
इन्हें कहां से लाया गया है?
He just comes from the ward.
वार्ड
And what has
क्यों?
happened? Why has he been brought in here?
Because the saturation was dropping.
इनका सैचुरेशन घट रहा था,
And it wasn't now.
अब वार्ड में नहीं संभल पा रहा था।
The ward people, they are.
वहाँ का
all the
staff
staff
जबरदस्त
and
काम
doctors,
कर रहा
they are
है।
doing a great job. Even the sickest of patients are being
वो सबसे
managed.
ज्यादा मरीजों की
Whenever we
देखभाल कर
get a
रहे
call
हैं।
from the ward,
हमारे पास
usually
तभी
now
कॉल आती है जब कोई मरीज वार्ड में नहीं
no
संभाला
longer
जा
the patient
सकता।
can be managed in ward.
And how old is the patient?
इनकी
The
उम्र क्या है?
patient is 41.
So another young
41।
एक और जवान मरीज।
हाँ, अभी करते हैं बेटा, अभी करते हैं। ठीक है, प्यास लगी है? हाँ। अभी करते हैं।
So just as the doctors were telling us that there is absolutely no space in the ICUs because they're constantly having to bring up patients who are in the wards or turning critical, and you have to literally improvise beds for them. Before our eyes, we've just seen this
Another-
patient has just been brought up.
And this is again a 41-year-old patient, another young patient. They said that his oxygen level is going on dropping. You can see the beeping monitor right there.
Yeah.
And
The camera
again,
actually zooms in. You can see the monitor which is showing the oxygen level is not looking very good. So they just wheeled him in here, and I think they're literally going to improvise an ICU like.
Exactly, which is what the doctors were explaining earlier as well, Vasu, that they're trying to make space by adding trolleys and trolleys of stretchers in between the existing ICU beds, and that's exactly what they said they'll be doing with this patient as well.
चंद लम्हों बाद हमें दुखद खबर मिलती है। होली फैमिली के एक डॉक्टर के पिता 2 दिन आईसीयू में रहने के बाद चल बसे।
Inside?
Yes.
It's a woman, no?
No. That is male patient.
Okay.
You are asking expert patient, no?
The other side.
That is
Oh, that side. That's
yeah.
April. When was the?
10:20.
10:20 this morning.
How old?
How old?
81 years. നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടുത്തെ ഒരു ഡോക്ടറിന്റെ ഫാദറാണ്.
Who is the doctor's father?
Yes.
The doctor who's working here, his father has passed away.
Yeah. He's skin specialist.
Skin specialist.
Yeah. Consultant of skin department.
So how long was he?
Dermatologist.
He was a dermatologist. So we've just learned that a doctor whose father was admitted here in the ICU has just passed away.
The father has
passed away, yeah.
Yeah.
He was 81 years old.
And this is just this morning at around 10:30.
10:30.
How long was he in the ICU for?
8 hours. 2 days. Only 2 days.
You're just moving a body out, huh?
Sure.
That's how we're replacing.
This is how it is. Someone is brought up.
There's no space. We'll move out and then we'll.
Right. So one, probably goes out.
उनका शव बाहर ले जाया जाता है, लेकिन ठहर कर शोक मनाने का वक्त नहीं है।
रेडी कर दो बेटा।
इस मौत ने एक बेड खाली कर दिया है, जो उस नौजवान को मिल गया जो अभी अभी यहाँ लाया गया है। ये डॉक्टर विशाल है, आईसीयू के एक रेजिडेंट डॉक्टर। इनकी मां का इस आईसीयू में निधन हो गया। इनके पिता कुछ ही मीटर दूर अपनी जिंदगी की जंग लड़ रहे हैं।
माँ बाप यहीं भर्ती हुए। शुरू में घर में ही नॉन इन्वेसिव वेंट पर रखा था, फिर अचानक तबीयत बिगड़ गई। मुझे खुद अपने माँ बाप को इंटूबेट करना पड़ा। वो आईसीयू 2 में थे, बिल्कुल मेरे सामने। तब से हालात बहुत ज्यादा बुरे हैं। कोशिश जारी है। पिता को एक्सट्यूबेट किया गया, उसी दिन मेरी माँ इंट्यूबेट करनी पड़ी।
The same day my father got extubated, mother had to be intubated. What an irony, I had to intubate.
क्या विडम्बना है, मुझे अपनी ही माँ बाप को इंट्यूबेट करना पड़ा।
आपको खुद करना पड़ा।
Intubate my parents, myself.
During the shift.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
और आपकी माँ भी गुजर गई।
3 दिन पहले माँ चली गई।
My father is
पिता भी बीमार हैं। वो वार्ड में थे, अच्छा सैचुरेशन भी था। अचानक डीसैचुरेटिंग होने लगी, वापस आईसीयू लाना पड़ा।
yesterday in the evening. I had to re-intubate him.
कल शाम को फिर से इंट्यूबेट किया। फिलहाल वो आईसीयू में हैं।
We had to put on anatropic support.
उनका बीओ घट गया, शुक्र है कि अब कुछ बेहतर हो रहा है।
But thank God, he is showing some improvement.
इंट्यूबेशन के बाद ऐसा समय भी था जब उनके दिल ने काम करना बंद कर दिया था।
Cardiac arrest.
उन्हें दिल का दौरा पड़ा, सीपीआर करके दोबारा बहाल किया। अभी तो सब ठीक है, होश में हैं, चौकन्ने हैं, सैचुरेशन अच्छा है, बस ये कायम रहे।
His saturation level has picked up. He is alert now.
Dr. Ruchi Gupta is one of the ICU consultants who tells us a moment of heartbreak. The husband of a colleague who died inside this very ICU, and how she took it upon herself to announce it.
The day I had to declare that patient, our colleague's husband,
जिस दिन मेरी सहयोगी के पति गुजरे,
residents, our senior residents, they
आमतौर से कंसल्टेंट बहुत मशरूफ होते हैं, तो रेजिडेंट्स वगैरह ही मौत की खबर सुनाने का जिम्मा लेते हैं।
for that patient, I had to, come up, I will declare that patient because I knew nobody else can.
लेकिन उस मरीज के लिए मैंने कहा कि मैं बताऊंगी, क्योंकि मुझे पता था कि और कोई नहीं कर पाएगा।
That is the only window you can give yourself to stabilize your emotion. 3 to 4 minutes or 5 minutes maximum.
उसके बाद मैं 5 मिनट के लिए बाहर गई और खुद को ढांढस बंधाया। वही ऐसा वक्त है जब आप अपनी भावनाओं को काबू कर सकते हैं। 3 से 4 मिनट। क्योंकि हमें पता है कि हमें 50 और मरीजों की देखभाल करनी है। हमारे सीनियर स्टाफ जो 40-50 साल से आईसीयूज में हैं, जिनका अनुभव मुझसे कहीं ज्यादा है, वो तक खुद को संभाल नहीं पाते, तो हम खुद को 5-6 मिनट देते हैं।
इसका रिपीट ईटी कल्चर फिर से भेजो जरा, एक्सरे दिखाना।
The toll on doctors, not just of losing their loved ones, but also of the mental stress. Dr. Gupta is 36. Every day she treats those of her age as they battle for their lives.
You come in at what time?
सुबह 8:30-9 पर आई, 8-8:30 बजे तक रहूंगी। कल कंसल्टेंट को 11:30 बजे छुट्टी मिली। हमारे मरीज इतने कम उम्र के हैं, जब भी कोई मरीज ज्यादा बीमार होने लगता है तो हमारा जमीर नहीं गवारा करता। ये अभी की बात नहीं, हमेशा यही होता है। एक और घंटा करके रुके रहते हैं। हमारी नसों में एड्रेनलिन दौड़ने लगता है।
Actually, the patients are so young. You know, whenever a patient is at the verge of getting sick,
हमारी नसों में एड्रेनलिन दौड़ने लगता है। मरीज इतने जवान हैं।
There's always been there. You know, you get that adrenaline rush, and you just pull another hour, then another hour, then another hour. The problem right now is all our patients are young. So, you know, like we just get that adrenaline rush. If required, we stay for longer
But
hours.
how has that been, doctor? You said that most of the critical patients are now between the 35, 45, 50. That's your age group.
Yeah.
People who are as young as you are. How's that been, seeing people as young as you are?
Very, very hard. There is no way to describe it. It is very, very hard. One of our colleagues' husband just recently died, our age group.
बहुत मुश्किल है, इसे बयान नहीं कर सकती। बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल है। हमारी एक साथी के पति की अभी मौत हुई, हमारी ही उम्र के। सिर्फ उनको इत्तला देने का इतना जज्बाती असर हुआ, सिर्फ मुझ पर नहीं, हमारी नर्सों पर, साथियों पर। उनकी मौत यहाँ हुई, आप क्या कर सकते हैं?
For anybody, because the next patient is so sick, we lose a patient, and within seconds we are supposed to move to the next bed and stabilize.
आपको किसी के लिए शोक मनाने का समय नहीं मिलता, क्योंकि अगला मरीज भी बहुत बीमार है।
That is what is happening.
It's so challenging, as Mariam said, that you're so young yourself, and then you have young people around you who are just on the edge.
It has always been hard. It has always been hard when I say it.
एक मरीज गुजरता है और चंद पलों में हमें अगले बेड पर जाकर दूसरे मरीज को संभालना होता है। वक्त ही नहीं मिलता, बस अगले को देखना होता है। बहुत मुश्किल है। पहले भी कम उम्र के मरीजों के लिए हम ज्यादा कोशिश करते थे, लेकिन जब 50 में से 40 मरीज नौजवान हों तो भावनात्मक, शारीरिक और पेशेवर तौर पर राह बहुत मुश्किल हो जाती है। इसका कोई मुकाबला ही नहीं है।
Emotionally, physically, and professionally, it becomes quite challenging.
And you can see the nurses don't even sit for a moment. Nurses don't get to sit even for a second.
Yeah, we just
They're
see
working.
them
They work
on the
non-stop on the feet. The residents, the nurses, nobody sits even for a second. It's just non-stop. They get a break only after their shift is over. There is no break in between at all. I mean, not even for a minute. You just see.
And typically they would have at least
Get a 1-10-minute break, 15-minute break in between so that they have some chai or something, but it's not possible at all. It's just like, and this has been going on for 6 weeks.
From ICU1, here an urgent X-ray, 100 bed number 8. This is the ICU session. We have 30 bed here. So Shalini ma'am, so you have been here. You have you handle only this section or that section?
No, only this section. 30 bed I had.
30 bed. So how is your shift like? What time do you come in? And
I am starting duty at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. By 3:30, I am supposed to finish my duty by going by 5 o'clock only.
Okay. And
So-
how long have you been working now, sister?
I am here 15 years.
15
I am
years.
working here.
Have you seen situation like this before?
Before I never faced such a kind of situations before, never.
How is it different? What is
This is almost all patients are on ventilator. They are coming with 30 SpO2, 30, 20, 35 and all. They require ventilatory support, and we are facing problem for ventilator also. But nowadays we now after that we had ventilator in a rental basis. After that we brought also ventilator. We bought 10 ventilator more. Now we have nearly 50 ventilator. Almost all ventilators are on use also.
Okay.
You see, yes, the patients are all everybody.
So as sisters and nurses, you interact with the patients more, very closely.
Yes.
So isn't that putting yourself at risk as well? Aren't you worried about that?
Today actually we are at risk. We know that we are at risk, but we have to overcome this risk. Actually, my husband is also positive now.
Okay.
But still I gave up her husband. I am treating at home, and I am here for patients.
So who looks after your husband at home? Is he okay? Is he fine?
He is okay. 3 days he had fever. Now he is also okay, but still on antibiotic and all. See later what happens.
So that itself, there's a lot of fear and anxiety with that. So
yes,
how are you managing both work and
what to do? All people are now in anxiety situation. So anyway, we are facing. I am also at very much of stress and all. But I have what to do. We have to overcome that situation.
What are you usually stressed about? Are you worried about your family back home? Are you worried about seeing all this? What stresses you out most?
Actually, worrying about seeing these things and worrying about the family also. Actually, there are chances to get them also infected from us. So I am worrying about my family also. Same time, I am worrying about this patient also. Patient is also someone else. So we have to recover them, survive them as early as possible.
So so I've noticed that none of the sisters have even taken a moment to sit down so far. So when you come inside, do you get any chance to rest?
Any chance to sit.
No
we
chance.
are not getting no chance to sit also.
Okay. So what is your day like? Can you tell us what do you do when you come in? What are your duties? What do you have to do?
Actually, almost morning shift we are starting by 7:30 a.m. But all of my staff is also left from here by 5 p.m. only. 5 p.m. After handing over, they have to finish their pending works and they have to correct their inventory sections and all. And then we all together by 5 o'clock we are leaving this ICU. And night shift is also night shift. They are doing actually they have supposed to do 12 hours duty, but they are doing 15 hours duty.
How are they managing the nurses? This is difficult to see this on our.
But God is giving power to us. That is the only thing.
And tell us about the risk, because to all of you, right? Because that's something that you all face when you come into the ICU. How infectious is the air in this right now, and how much is that is a risk to all of you?
Obviously, as all of you know, that aerosol generation, it's is transmitted by aerosol, the virus. So many patients who require high oxygen ventilator, etc. Actually, being on an invasive ventilator reduces the risk.
Right.
Non-invasive ventilator actually increases the risk
because they're just breathing into the air.
Into the air. And so this is fairly high risk, I would say. Fairly high risk area, but we have kind of got used to it in the sense it's been so long that actually when we enter we don't even think about it. To tell you honestly, we don't even think about it. It's actually when we go back home, when we have the slight luxury to think, is when we think that okay, probably we can get infection. When we get in, it's just it's just crazy. Even the nurses who are so close in contact with the patient constantly, just look at them. They talk. They are, they never make you never see them keeping a distance. No, they just don't.
That's the amazing thing. The nurses are right there.
Right there. They're always right there. Our residents, they're right there. They're talking to them, being kind to them, and they are very, very empathetic. Our nurses, I'm not trying to brag, but Holy Family, the nurses are so empathetic. I have never seen nurses like this in India.
After intubation, we are putting the patient in prone position for better outcome.
Okay. So this was also done by sisters.
Done by sisters, and doctor is also will help for. He will look after the tube. Actually, in the absence of doctors, sisters are doing. She is the second in charge of ICU. You don't.
Okay.
And she is acting as a doctor now.
So basically, what you have to do is you have to flip the patient.
Lift the patient. Actually, first we will take the patient to edge of the bed. Then we will turn. Then we will bring the patient to middle of the bed, and keeping these pillows and everything.
So it takes multiple nurses.
We need multiple nurses.
How much does proning help?
Proning is helping because it will help to breathe better. This is also actually not a bed. This one is the extra trolley we are keeping here.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. This is a very thin bed. So how do you do this flipping?
Everything in life is also risk one. So everything at risk we are doing.
It is difficult because you said you have to bring them to the edge. But there is no space.
There is no space. That's what we need more sisters to do this kind of things.
We asked Dr. Sumit, who are the patients inside the ICU that he is most worried about right now?
So he's a 66-year-old gentleman with more than 90% lung damage.
So he's somebody you were asking you, who would you be really worried about?
Yes.
In your,
actually, to tell you honestly, almost 75% of the patients right now I'm very worried about. It's that bad because you see that is the selection bias we have right now, if you call it a selection bias, that those who are slightly better off, not requiring ventilator, almost, if you can see, only one patient you saw who was not on the ventilator.
Right. Everybody
is on the ventilator. So the rest who are not so badly off, just slightly better than this, are in the semi-ICUs or on the wards.
So, right. So you're worried about virtually everyone, but you're saying this gentleman
has really bad lungs, and he
90% damage,
more than 90% damage, and he's on high vent support. He worries us, and I don't know.
How long has he been here?
So he's been in the hospital for about 11 days, on the ventilator for about 6 days.
And you said how old is he again?
66.
66. So he's on the slightly older side.
So doctor, you were saying that about 75% of the patients you have now you're worried about, or they're very critical. Was this the same during the first wave as well?
No, not as many. We were worried. You see, if you can see, those who went on the ventilator were the ones we were really worried about. At that time, only half the patients went on there. Less than half the patients went on the ventilator, or about half. This time you can see more than 75-80% of the patients are on ventilator in the ICU. So it's worrying for all of every one of them.
What about actual fatalities? How often is that happening? How often are people not able to make it?
So we have deaths every day. Every day, and there are deaths which happened in the emergency room also, because we had no beds at all. You can see there is no space in the ICU or in the wards or anywhere. So we are having deaths. We had deaths more in the emergency.
So now just like let's say yesterday, you would have, or the day before. Or?
Yeah, every day we have had deaths. Every day.
And how many?
So it depends. Varies from 1 to 3. It's been much more than it has been ever.
Amid the tension, a glimmer of hope. The young mother has come off the ventilator.
We have just taken her off the ventilator.
So just a few minutes earlier we were here, she was agitated, you I think taking now it's come off.
She's come off the ventilator, she's only on oxygen now. So
okay. So fingers crossed.
Yes.
Does this mean that she'll be moving out of the ICU
not
soon?
So soon. We'll watch her for at least 48 hours. The potential to deteriorate is usually there for about 24 to 48 hours. So we watch her. Okay. If she is okay, then we will move her out to what's called the high dependency unit or the semi-ICU. And then the next step. These young people are obviously very, very precious. We take, each step we take very carefully.
Outside the ICU, families gather anxiously. Doctors emerge to brief them from time to time. Some seek solace at the chapel at Holy Family. Inside the ICU, the fight to save lives continues unabated.
Morale being, even during the first photos, that whole thing about doctors having to...
First wave, the morale was high because our outcomes were very good, and you know that is what is, in sense, emotionally breaking down our nurses and young residents, because they say that there are so many patients we could have saved if we were not overwhelmed. Because last time the outcomes were relative across compared to anywhere in the world, we did very, very well. I know there were deaths, there will be deaths from COVID, but this time the numbers are, and that's what their lament or their anguish is that if we had the number of beds, and I mean if we were not overwhelmed, we could have saved so many more.